gonna love this podcast. You're gonna love this podcast. It's good enough. Guest, would you mind switching the microphone recording setting? Oh, it's the sound of how I have a very difficult to move microphone setting that I force my guests to do every week.
Always.
The delightful person you've heard grunting so far on the podcast.
I would say that was more of a moan.
Okay. I don't want to classify a moan for someone. I think that's a self-described thing.
Okay.
So the moaner that you've been listening to has been one of my oldest friends here in Los Angeles. A man feels like a weird thing to call you.
No, go ahead. Like, what? What's wrong? Are my eyes too big? Go ahead.
I'm just
Say I'm a boy.
you.
Say I'm a boy.
Okay, yes. A boy.
Use an adjective. Use two adjectives. Use one that's appropriate and one that's questionable.
Okay. A white.
You aren't trying.
That's accurate.
It is, but that's not even fun. Be whimsical.
A white.
You see, you're just using the same one again.
Coquettish is the questionable one. Boy.
It's too advanced.
Let me do my podcast. White coquettish boy who just let me keep going.
Although I would say coquettish white boy. That's a
I like
more
that
comedic
better.
word.
Yeah, okay, a coquettish white boy who this is so off the rails. Who was on an improv troupe with me in college, along with two former guests, Byron Wu and Carl Powers. My guest this week is comedian, voice actor,
thank you,
improviser, and YouTuber, Alex Lafnitzegger.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Wow. That was, I think, one of the more laborious intros that I've had on this so far.
I'm going to make you work for your views.
Yeah. This is a podcast where I have to work every week because every week I'm trying to write my guest the perfect song. Nice little segue there to let everybody know what the kind of synthesis of the podcast is.
And which episode is it? How long have we been in here that people know?
I haven't done that yet because you have been breaking my flow. We are on episode 18 of You're Gonna Love This. We are only 2 more episodes away from another mixtape where I'll be cutting up all just the songs and putting that out there.
How often are those? Like
every 10, yeah.
10, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to have you on, Alex.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
This was a part of my day.
What do you mean? That was a very. Do you just mean to be as neutral as possible about it? Was that the point of that statement? Okay. Yeah. Well, mission accomplished. Let's just. We got a couple segments. First off, I'm gonna put my guitar down and make some noise. Yeah, there we go. First, I'm gonna go over the current record that I have here on You're Gonna Love This. We are 18 episodes deep.
All your perfect songs?
My current record is 3 and 15. So I've gotten 3, and all those 3s are starred. They're asterisked.
Because they have to go through the final process.
Oh, you know this.
Yeah.
You're a guest that knows this. You can help me explain it. I have the YGLT Perfection Advisory Board.
Yes.
Who's going to go through with this. Tell me what you think of this process, Alex. Since you've been interrupting me so much, I'll let you go.
Are you going to interrupt me?
No, I'll let you just do it. I have coffee to drink.
Well, let's see. You're upset that you're getting so many perfects so early on, so you decided, here's what we're going to be doing. So an interlude in between seasons, if you will, is we're going to take all the perfect songs that have happened so far with those asterisks, and I say with finger quotes, perfect, that you're going to re-listen to them so that they can go through a more intense judgment with more than one person judging them to see if they were quote-unquote perfect.
Pretty good. You've gotten a lot of information that I've put out, so I'm happy that people are learning these things about my insane podcast world. We're not so much going to be also giving our judgments, as we will be advising the judgment that was made, and just hoping to sway that judgment We'll see how it goes. It could get real intense. It could be. I could see Carl and Byron both finding things that they really don't like with my songs, and really trying to hammer the people that gave perfects.
I think I am really excited to hear Byron's criticisms.
Sure,
he seems very opinionated.
I'd agree with that. Byron's an opinionated guy. He one of the first interactions we had creatively was him rejecting a sketch that I wrote, I would say probably 17 times, and making me rewrite it over and over and over again. So he's definitely somebody who has no problem telling me that he doesn't like my art. And that's exactly who I need for the YGLT Perfection Advisory Board.
Yeah, that sounds perfect for him.
Do you see my pen? Is it in your vision cone?
I don't see it in my vision spheres.
I see it in my vision spheres. I have it. Spears. Vision spears are
what you use to see something while you are also impaling it with your lovely gaze.
Yes. Thank you. I needed the help there. The next item on our agenda is to go over the next segment. You're gonna love this, which is a segment on the show You're Gonna Love This, where I try to get my guest to love some music. This week, it's music that I've already told my guest about, and I'm very excited to tell my audience about, if you haven't heard of it, the 2 new songs from Childish Gambino's upcoming album. Redbone and Me and Your Mama are both amazing.
I do like them.
Yeah. This coming from a guy who, again, a coquettish white boy, not someone who is traditionally in the Childish Gambino audience.
No. I do like Donald Glover's work. It's just my music tastes are very, 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 very niche, and generally don't lend themselves well to lyrics, and that's mostly because nowadays modern music doesn't really appeal to me. It's all kind of like samey. I more enjoy like the classics, but Childish Gambino music has been, well, when you showed those 2 songs to me, I was like, these lyrics are very, the way they mix with the music is clever, I think.
Yeah. Those songs are they're a big departure from the Childish that I'm sure a lot of people know and love. It's definitely something that I love, though. It's very like I was telling Alex, it's very funkadelic Parliament kind of feeling.
I love it.
Which also I hope people at home listen to that. Get into it. It's good stuff. Get excited for that album because it's gonna be great. That concludes the segment. You're gonna love this. Good segment, I think.
Is that too short?
No, that was great.
The way you're looking at me, I was starting to criticize myself. Like, am I ruining this podcast? Am I single-handedly tearing him down?
No, you're doing fine. People have done worse. No names to name, but I'll let my audience members. Maybe I'll put a poll up. Who do you think was the one that Adam was talking about who would ruin this episode? Just get some more audience engagement. That's what you need all the time. You made a nice little segue there talking about your musical interests. So let's just segue right into. Oh, I'm doing a bad job of this segue. Let's just do a smooth, just easy.
Oh, that segue is creamy as butter.
Feel how we're sliding from one segment just easy breezy right into another one. I bet everybody at home's like, man, I can't believe that we are getting from one place to another so quick.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Schlorp.
Ooh.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Here's the next segment.
Segue done. Alex.
Yes.
What's your emotional state been recently? Either in the last day, the last week, however you want to answer that question.
I would say probably tempestuously unstable.
Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people can relate to in this last couple weeks. Yeah,
you've definitely been hearing like the bad parts of it though, because I love complaining about my life to you.
Sure. Yeah. It's I would say your instability is more job related. And also I would say as much as everybody else's, I'm sure, election related. I mean, that's just an instability that's like there's kind of like a constant earthquake happening. That's the noise of it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like, I think everybody in the world, it's like you've built a Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 roller coaster that you have not designed an end for, and you know it's going to launch and hit a bunch of people. Like, it's just gonna happen. And you've started the roller coaster, so now you're just watching this roller coaster go along its tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, real upsetting.
I could talk about it, but I don't know if I should.
I don't know. If people want to know what I was feeling the day after the election, I made a podcast then. I'm not sure I still feel that same way now, but it's that was the thing.
I saw it. I didn't listen to it because I was upset and I just didn't want to deal with it. I wanted to close myself in a little box and not think about it.
Me too. I just decided I was going to do a podcast first, and then I shut myself in a hole for a couple weeks. I didn't have a podcast last week. Sorry guys, but here's the new one.
I saw the upside down flag. Good one.
I don't know. It was either that or some bullshit. It's one of the two.
No, I know what it means. It's like flip it when in times of distress.
Yeah. Okay, so tempestuously unstable.
Yes.
Do you like to hear music when you're in a mood like that will get you more calm, or kind of feed into that instability in some ways? Kind of like chaotic music, or what?
No, I wouldn't say that. I don't know if the music I listen to is related to that feeling at all, so much as it is the purpose of me listening to that music, where it's a sense of escapism.
Okay. So you're looking for you're looking for that musical kind of escape hatch.
Yes.
All right. Yes. And so your escape hatch is into the past. It sounds like, from what you were telling me, the classics.
Yeah.
For the most part.
It bobs to him, like, it's tempestuously unstable. There you go.
Sure,
but
yeah.
I mean, like,
you move all around.
It depends on. Thank you. I love that. I really did like that song.
Oh, what? Oh, I did kind of semi-reference a song that I wrote.
Yeah. Sorry, I should keep on topic.
No, it's okay. One of the asterisk songs is, I haven't really titled it yet. Maybe Silky Syllables, maybe Dance, 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 parentheses, Move Around the Room. Mm-hmm. One of those two. But Alex was a big fan of that.
Yeah, I did really liked that one.
That's good.
But what I listen to generally changes from time to time. Like, sometimes I'll go back to something more that I consider more classically interesting. A lot of David Bowie's works.
Sure.
Sometimes Queen. I do. After Prince died, I started listening to a little bit of that on the radio, and I was like, oh, wow, this stuff is really good.
Yeah, Prince is amazing.
Thanks for dying, so I could find out what this is actually all about, like Raspberry Beret. Sorry, that seemed a little dark. Thank you for dying, Prince.
It was a little cruel.
I'm sorry.
Could have picked it up while he was alive. It was still available.
Yeah.
It was difficult. There was one thing that it was always hard to get to Prince's work, because he wouldn't put it. It was not on YouTube. I don't think it was on Spotify. I think you would just have to have bought the CD, which in this age almost shuts a generation away from it in some ways.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, the part of why people reacted so heavily to his death, because it was like, oh, let's listen to this music now that there's a reason to, other than like, oh, I just want to listen to some music, and I don't want to listen to this one artist because it's a little hard.
Yeah.
That's really all it was. Just like, it's a little bit harder than anything else, so I'm gonna not listen to it.
I think, I agree. I like the first instance where I actively recognized that I was listening to Prince and liking it, I think, was when it was before he died, and on the radio they were playing his song. I think it's called Kiss. Yeah.
That's a real good song.
I don't know if you're gonna try to do this in the song you make. I don't know if you can handle it, but I think one of my favorite parts is like when it gets to later in the song and he's like, just trying to trying to sing with that voice. I'm like, how are you doing that?
Yeah, because that sounded like I don't know, maybe like a alien. What is it? Chest. The thing that pops out of chests in the Alien movies.
The baby xenomorph?
Yeah, I think skull, something like that. Face.
Those don't pop out of people. Those grab onto their faces. They're face huggers.
Face huggers, sure. Whatever. Terrifying alien noise. It was not the sound of a beautiful voice.
No.
So you want me to make alien noises?
I said
Writing
don't
it down.
do that.
Make alien noises. That's a. Hopefully I don't take that note too seriously. So, but Bowie and Queen, those guys, it kind of reminds me of a more kind of bombastic time maybe in rock.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of that bombast has been kind of taken by the EDM and hip hop genres, and a lot of the guitar music now is kind of this. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a Bon Iver type thing where it's a very mellow and like lo-fi for a lot of the recordings.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely not a Queen alternative today.
Well, yeah. I don't know if it's even like the music they're playing so much as it is like the lyrics.
Okay.
I do resonate more with, well, no, with Queen it is definitely the melody, but also the lyrics. I think it's also...
So what's like a Queen song with lyrics that you're really into?
I was listening to Don't Stop Me Now. Like,
Okay.
I like the chord progression of that. I like the energy with which Freddie is singing. I like the lyrics that make sense on their own, kind of, sort of, but not really.
But they have a structure.
Yeah.
But they're not necessarily... They have a structure in the way that like maybe a poem or something like that has a structure where you're like, I know... My ears know what's gonna come next, but they don't know. Like, he's a rocket ship on his way to Mars, got it. Like, oh, he's a sex machine ready to reload. Like, okay, I understand where that.
Well,
how that happens.
Well, I think like my actual favorite part of the song is actually I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva.
So you like those? Just like where? Ooh, that's a crazy deep cut. Simile.
That is too smart for me.
Okay. So. Would you like me to attempt to make lyrics that have these kind of properties? Because I feel like what's going to happen is it's just going to be similes that don't make any sense.
I would be fine with that over alien noises.
Okay, well, I'm not going to make alien noises. As much as... I think this will be one of the first cases...
If you can incorporate alien noises without the screech, that would be fine.
I don't
want a screechy alien.
Sure. I'm 100% on board with you. What to you... is an alien noise that isn't a screechy noise?
Okay, you're familiar with Kingdom Hearts?
Vaguely, yeah.
How about, more specifically, Kingdom Hearts 2?
I've seen it played.
Okay, that's fine. The opening, every Kingdom Hearts game has, like, a short animatic sequence that's just sort of like, here's what's happening either in this game or events leading up to this game, kind of thrown at you in a montage of very, very Japanese, like, opening style.
I'm glad you finished that by like describing some of the style of it, because I was just because it seemed like you were just taking a really long time to describe what an intro video is, and I was like,
well,
I know
you know what? I'm trying to do my best, Adam, and I'm thinking about like all the examples that are going to my head while letting my mouth run on autopilot.
That's you got to do it sometimes. It's the old L. Ron Hubbard style of talking. First draft, last draft, get it out the door. It's my philosophy number one for this podcast, and it's taken me this far.
Right.
So I use it with your mouth. That's my suggestion.
But going back to alien noises, when I'm referring to this opening for Kingdom Hearts 2, the song is called Sanctuary by Utada Hikaru, I think her name is.
Something in me really wants to hear somebody say like, and the award goes to Hikaru, I think it is.
But
sorry.
The song starts with like and then like it goes into who's out it's like playing backwards.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so you want me to so for my alien noises, an example of something I could do is like sounding like I'm talking backwards.
Yes.
Okay.
If you wanted to.
Funny little story. Me and some friends of mine in high school, we used to mess around with the sound recorder application on old Windows machines, which had a feature on it where you could speed up, slow down, reverse, speed up, slow down, and reverse the audio.
Yeah,
that was all you could do.
I think I played with this too when I was like really little, like 6.
So what me and my friends did, I don't know if this is what you did, for us to play with it, we recorded something, reversed it, listened to it until we memorized it, tried to speak it back in, and then reverse it again and see what it sounded like.
I totally did that.
Okay, hopefully that process made sense to the viewers at home. But I remember, and we were high school kids, so all of mine were just like stupid sex things.
Yeah.
So one of the examples was, this is embarrassing to even say it.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Unless you don't feel comfortable putting that on the internet.
No, it's fine. It's fine because the payoff at the end is good. Okay. What we recorded ourselves saying was smelly, hairy vagina. And when we found that every time we tried to record ourselves saying it backwards, we sounded like an older Jewish man. And so it came out like, Smiley, Harry, vagina. That sentence is drilled into my head, that audio. Just sharing that with listeners at home. So far for a song, what I'm hearing is level of chordal and melody of David Bowie and Queen with insane similes in them and an attempt to make an alien noise. We still haven't gotten to what the alien noise is. What is the actual... Wait, no, we did. Yeah. Backwards talking.
If you wanted to.
If I wanted to. But Alex, it's not about what I want to do.
Oh.
It's what you want to hear.
Okay, well, let me think long and hard about what I want to hear.
I should ask that question, shouldn't I? What is the perfect song to you? That's so I'm asking questions trying to unearth answers
without directly asking that question.
But it's fine to ask, I think.
Yeah.
What do you have an answer to that question? I think that's a hard question. I think most of the time why I don't ask it is because people can answer what's your mood, what do you listen to? It's harder to answer a question like that.
That's a hard question to actually answer because every time somebody asks me like, "What's your favorite song?" like I can't pin it down because I don't have a favorite. It's whatever I want to listen to at that moment. And
that's exactly what I'm trying to get to now.
Okay, but
right?
if I were to advise what would be the perfect song for me, I would say if you could make something jazzy or bossa nova.
Okay.
Is that specific enough for you?
That's very specific.
I also like creative chord progressions, and I think that's why I like bossa novas, because those chord progressions don't occur normally in North American music.
Sure. I will tell you, I think one of the things that I am not super proud of is the variety of chord progression going into episode 18. I think... I don't know if listeners at home could tell, but it's been basically the same a lot of the time. And that's, self-criticism. That's probably, a step too far.
Well, just throw in some augments or sustains.
Okay.
Well, I mean, just for this one. You don't have to do that for the intro, but I mean, like, just what is something that you never play? I want you to play that for me.
I'll try. I think that's about as much time as we got.
Okay.
So we got a lot of elements here, and I'm gonna try to assemble them. But this is good. I think this is some solid stuff.
Is it though?
It is. I think so. I've gone in with so much less than this, and came out. I guess not with perfect songs, but with whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't judge it once it's happened. I do, but I try to forget my judgment.
Right.
I definitely judge it as soon as it happens, and then. That's like the whole thing. As soon as I come out of a song, I start telling everybody that it's not perfect. I think I'm immediately judging it. That was the biggest lie I've ever told on this podcast. Self call out.
Yes.
Helpful. Interrogate yourself, right? Before you interrogate anyone else.
Blame yourself for everything.
That's the way.
It's always your fault.
Alex, I just have one more question for you.
Okay, here we go.
You already, but you know it. So I think you know what the last question of the segment is.
I have heard the song "Cars"
by Gary Newman.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking because there's so many songs called "Cars" that people listen to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. How do you feel about listening to it 3 times in a row?
Here we go.
Yeah, that's about right. I've gotten the wide range of human expression out of this song. I think, there's people that have really enjoyed listening to it 3 times in a row, who I don't really understand. These people confuse me. And then there are people who get legitimately upset with me that I'm making them do this.
How long is Cars?
Cars is about 3 minutes long.
Can I substitute it for Take On Me?
No, because I was gonna throw off my timer. I've got the song already compiled. Cars X3.mp3 is already ready on my phone.
I see.
To hand off to you to go into the bathroom.
All right, here we
go.
go.
Smooth segue time. I'm smoothly segueing out of this into the final segment of this part of my podcast. And when we come back,
make the segue sound.
Sklorp.
That wasn't it, but there we go.
It was pretty close, I think.
That wasn't...
Schlorp?
Yeah, but it's smoother.
Schlorp. And when we come back, I will be playing my friend / mild tormentor Alex Lafnitzegger song that I hope will be perfect for him. Bye.
Be right back.
Hello, YGLT fans. This is your host, Adam Moshcatel. No message this week from my friend the hacker who has compiled all of these messages from the algorithm guys. Haven't gotten any audio files this week, but he did send me a Word doc that was actually a Thanksgiving letter from one of the three guys. It says his name's John. So, if you don't, I can actually do an impression of him maybe while I'm reading this, just to, make it a little easier for you at home. So, here's John's letter of thanks. Dear YGLT, I would like to thank my good friends, the great prophet Benny and Shane. He doesn't have any kind of nomenclature title. He's just Shane. I'd like to thank them for being with me an innumerable number of days since we started this organization. People have called us a cult, but I don't see it as a cult. We just simply curb the eldritch powers of the Great One algorithm. Amen. Day in and day out, meeting every day, the three of us in a damp, dark cave. If that sounds like a cult to you, then I guess we're a cult. But I want to thank them for being with me day in and day out, supporting me, and really just being my rocks. The two of them are just always supportive and always so kind. And so, thank you. That's all. Yeah, so that's the letter. All those weird pauses and things that was written in. Thanks for listening on Thanksgiving, guys. I'd like to give thanks. I'm at home right now with my parents. Spoiler alert, they might be on the next episode. So thanks to them always. Thanks to all my family. Thanks to all my listeners. Thanks to all my guests. And thanks to anybody who likes and subscribes on iTunes and SoundCloud. There you go. Was a commercial. Back to the show. Welcome back to You're Gonna Love This. Alex, how did you enjoy your time in the bathroom with Gary Newman?
I hate you
so
much.
I've been waiting for a response like that for a while.
I really, really wish that I could make you listen to that. I was sitting on the toilet because I went into there and I was like, all right, this is going to be easy. I'm just going to sit here, listen to this song, and while that's happening, I'm going to scroll things through my phone.
You didn't have your phone.
There's nothing in my pocket.
Sure.
So I get to look at your lovely carpet on the next to your shower the entire time, just following the lines while just trying to not deal with it. Here in my cars.
Oh boy. Well, you know what it sounds like to me, Alex?
Oh boy.
Is you're in the mood for a different song.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Well then, Alex, if you don't mind switching yourself off so that I may be heard better.
All right, here we go.
All right. Yeah, Alex can't be heard very well anymore.
Hello.
See, there it is. All right, here we go. Time to tell the true tale of a place in Germany. After the release of the 95 Theses, Jan van Leyden was a man. Jan Matthias was his mentor too. He, in the town of Munster, in 1853, they bred a plot to overthrow the tyranny. Anabaptists out of practice, Martin Luther, what a doofer. Revelracious tongue talking like nyats and gladness and dwak. Archbishop seized the walls, while Van Lyden seized the mobs. Jan Matthias realized his orders. God told him he's to become a soldier. So he sallied out against the siegers and was immediately killed. This is a true story. I'm not telling it well. Anabaptists out of practice. Martin Luther, what a doofer. Revel-racious tongue talking like Nyazing Dragnos got dead jang dwazik dog guano but the dandezik dwazik with the foot. There you go. So there's your song, Alex. What do you think? First thoughts.
Adam?
Yes, Alex?
Why do you hate me?
Did I do a bad job?
It wasn't a bad job.
I didn't... I couldn't think of a bombastic topic other than the one that has been taking up my day today, which is hardcore history. That was basically a really poor telling of a hardcore history episode. We only got like halfway through. So if that was kind of interesting to you, go listen to another podcast. I think what I went for, which maybe was the wrong impulse to go for, rather than silly similes, was lyrics that make you think that the person who wrote them is smarter than you. I think was one of your requests.
That's not at all one of the things I said. I said that...
What did you say?
I said that like I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva was a smart lyric.
Okay.
That's what I said.
That's fair. Okay. I
am not upset at the song. That was hyperbole, me asking why do you hate me?
Okay, well that's a good. I'm glad. I don't know if you've listened to one of my episodes where I got a 1.9 out of 10 rating after prodding. It was like, come on, give me the real thing, and she was like, okay, it was like a 1.9 out of 10.
Okay.
So you've come the other direction where she started too nice, and then her real self was revealed to be hating me.
Yeah.
So you start with I hate you, and then. So where are we at in reality?
Well, let me put on my criticism helmet.
Oh, please do.
All right.
It's big and bright, and it's got all these bouncing lights and spinning parts.
Yeah, and as you can see in the back here, you can see it was made in China. All right. Okay, so good open with the bossa nova chord, and then you moved into another one that was good for bossa nova.
Yeah.
Then you moved into the previous one, and then that one again.
So not enough variation in the chording is a problem for you.
Yeah, like I was waiting a bit for the chord to progress into the bridge. Well, not the bridge. It was, I don't know what part of that song it's called. That was
I didn't have anything but verse and chorus, but baby. So and chorus in this. In retrospect, I would say significantly less chords for your song than I do for. I have this bad habit of. Like receiving input and then doing the opposite.
Yeah.
And this was a case where you specifically told me I want intricate or at least interesting chords, and then I was like, I'm gonna use 3.
Yeah. You used 3 ones that don't get used very often, but it was the same 3. Oh no,
that's okay. Yeah. And as far as the lyrics go, they were basically just unintelligible if you haven't heard that episode of Hardcore History. So I realized that about halfway through, and I was like, I don't have time to write another song.
I thought that your wordplay was good. Like, I liked the way they rhymed. That being said, I didn't want a cohesive story. I wanted...
That's not what Queen does, or David Bowie, really.
No.
Yeah. I'm bad at not making a story, and so I just make stories, I think, even if my guests don't want them.
Right.
I guess I didn't for the one song that you liked of mine.
No, yeah. Maybe I should have... Maybe one of the things I should have recommended was, like, I want something like I Am the Walrus by the Beatles.
That would have been nice. It's my fault for not digging deeper and finding that.
Stop beating yourself up.
It's my job. It's my job is to improve as an interviewer, to improve as a songwriter.
I don't want you to hurt yourself.
I don't want to hurt myself.
I want to hurt you.
Thank you. What I want is to be able to ask the right questions, and not only ask the right questions, but then take that information in, because I think that's the thing that I'm lacking right now.
No, yeah,
in some ways.
That was you dropped a ball. You dropped several balls.
Hey, well, hopefully some of my listeners out there
you're a man now.
have also and you remain a coquettish white boy. Oh man. Well, Alex. Yeah, this. I won't even qualify this one. I think my sweet spot wasn't perfect, but I really liked it. I don't think I quite made it to that sweet spot today.
No.
And I'm okay with that.
Do you want a score though?
If you want to give me, I actually usually the only score I ask is perfect. I guess I haven't asked you yet. Although I think, given the fact that you have criticized
go ahead.
it,
Ask me.
Okay. Hey, Alex.
Yes.
On a scale of perfect or not perfect, would you say that song was perfect or not perfect?
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay. But if I were to give it on my grade, I would give it.
Oh, use an interesting.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
I would give it an ikratkaya over a walnut.
What? Okay, describe the first thing.
An ikratkaya is what we would say is a backwards R.
Okay.
And it's used in the Cyrillic alphabet. It is the Russian letter for ya.
Got it. Okay.
So if you wanted to put that to an equivalent letter, that would be a Y, which is a very low letter grade, Adam.
I would also say either way, unless it was walnut over walnut, which would be a 1, which is perfect. I think unless you give me a score.
No, I'm giving it out of a walnut because I don't like walnuts.
Okay. But if it was a walnut over a walnut, you agree with me that the equivalency is 1, and that would be a perfect.
It would be the best awful song.
Okay. So I would like a better, maybe
almond.
Or an eskraya over an eskraya. Would that be a pretty decent?
I said ikratkaya. Iskraya is not a thing.
Sorry. I don't know the Russian alphabet.
Cyrillic.
So you're embarrassing me yet again. It seems like my facade of smartness is fading.
Very quickly.
Very
it's
quickly.
It's like cotton candy that the raccoon dropped in the puddle. Everyone's seen that GIF.
I haven't.
Oh my God, Adam.
I'm sorry. Apparently, there's a GIF of cotton candy going away as soon as it hits a puddle.
Because somebody handed some cotton candy to a raccoon, and it was so happy. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go take this over to the water puddle so I can enjoy it and drink water. He
dropped it in the puddle.
He put it in the water puddle for safekeeping, and it immediately dispersed. And then he was like, "Where'd it go? Where'd it go?"
Oh. So that's me with my intelligence. I think that with that comment, we can pretty much wrap up. Alex, it's genuinely been a pleasure having you on.
Are you
I enjoyed
sure?
this
Because I feel like I'm being too mean.
No, I've got what's it called? The smile pains in my face. You know what I mean? Where you smiles too much, so your face kind of hurts.
Oh no, I know I can do whatever I want to you, and you'll forgive me. Like I could. No, I'm not going to say that because that's too dark.
Uh-oh.
But I know that I just don't want the people on the internet to hate me.
Oh, Alex.
I care so much about what people think of me, and I know that I can do you no wrong because you don't feel pain.
Oh, that's untrue, first of all. But I think the people on the internet are going to like you. And to make matters better, not a whole big segment of the internet's going to listen to this if I had to guess. So, it's
I know
just
that
these
feeling.
folk. Yeah, speaking of which, let's do some plugs. That was a terrible chord that I don't ever... That's the chord that I use. This is my problem, Alex. I do the same chords.
Is that the same one?
Yeah, it's just I moved it up.
I would do some background music for you if I knew how to play a left-handed guitar.
It's too bad. Here, I'll do some background music for you while you tell the people about your things that you want to tell them about.
Okay, well, let's see. Adam mentioned earlier that I am a YouTuber, and that is true. I have a YouTube channel for gaming videos called Lichwick. That's a name completely unrelated to anything about me, spelled Lichwick, and the channel's theme is games for strange people. So if you enjoy listening to me be mean to Adam, that's too bad because I play it by myself. So if you enjoy me by myself, there you go.
Okay. Dunzo. You can also, I would imagine, find at Lichwick on a couple other channels, Twitter.
Yeah. I'm on Twitter. I don't really use Twitter that much. I should. I'm really bad at social media.
Hey, it happens. Anything else you want to plug? Not much? Not yet?
Not yet. Like, I'm still working on a few other things.
Cool. Keep them under wraps until you got them.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me at Moshcatel on Twitter. If you don't know how to spell my last name, sorry.
It's don't worry, it's on newsprint, and that doesn't smell very good, so it's fine. Don't smell it.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean, but it's true.
People are allergic to newsprint.
Yeah, I don't know why my name's on newsprint. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter there. You can find this podcast on Facebook at facebook.com/YGLT podcast.
How do you spell?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh.
You can find my improv group Dad Jokes on Facebook and Instagram at Dad Jokes Comedy. If you want to come and see us in person, you can also find a new group that I have created with Byron Moo and Carl Powers, the YGLT Advisory Perfection Board. Our team is called Nobody Cares. You can find us at Nobody Cares on Facebook. I think so far we have 1 like, and it's just Byron, and even I, who created the page, haven't liked it yet.
Whatever.
Yeah, nobody cares. I really couldn't care less if you like the page or not. That's all my plugs, I think.
Wait, I did not say my Twitter handle. My Twitter handle is not Lichwick like my YouTube handle is. My Twitter handle, because Lichwick was taken, because it's a popular last name, apparently, is Candlebones. Thank you.
Oh, I might want to do that from now on. That was fun. Yeah, I guess that's gonna wrap it up. Alex, how did you like being on the podcast?
I liked it overall. Yeah.
That's good. It took you a while to figure that out, but I'm okay with that.
What do you mean?
There were ups and downs in the it was, I could tell there was calculation happening.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, no, I was just trying to think that overall, what did I enjoy most? Not the song, but the song is the point of the podcast. So how am I going to break this news to Adam in the most devastating way possible?
Oh, I like that. Well, with that, I think we wrap up an episode with this coquettish little white boy.
You added one.
Why
did you add that one? I'm tall, Adam.
He's a little coquette, and his name is Alex Lafnitzegger, and he's giving me a look right now.
Do you want me to give you yours?
Sure. What do you got for me?
We have a diabolical, swarthy Jew.
Oh, boy.
Bye,
guys. That's the last you get to hear from Alex.
I'm sorry.